the secret library of Havenwood. In the quaint village of Havenwood, an air of mystery clung to the old building at the edge of town. Nestled between dense woods and overgrown vines, it stood as a relic from a bygone era. The villagers spoke of it in hushed tones, claiming it was haunted by spirits of the past. No one ventured near it, and the grand edifice fell into a state of disrepair. But to the Turner cousins, summer vacation promised more than just lazy days in their grandmother's charming cottage. It promised adventure. Sophia, Ethan, and Lily Turner arrived at their grandmother's house on the first day of summer break. The house was a picturesque Victorian with ivy-covered walls and a garden blooming with wildflowers. Their grandmother, Margaret Turner, was a sprightly woman with silver hair and twinkling blue eyes that seemed to hold endless secrets. As the children unloaded their bags from the car, their grandmother greeted them with warm hugs and a plate of freshly baked cookies. "I've missed you all so much," Margaret exclaimed. "I hope you're ready for a summer of fun and perhaps a bit of exploration." Ethan, the adventurous one of the trio, immediately asked, "Grandma, what's the story behind that old building at the edge of the village?" Margaret's expression grew somber. The old manor. It's been abandoned for as long as I can remember. Some say it's haunted, though I think it's just been forgotten. No one dares to go near it." Sophia, the bookish cousin, felt a tingle of excitement. She had always loved mysteries and old books. Lily, the artist with a vivid imagination, was equally intrigued. The manor was their new mystery. That afternoon, with the sun high in the sky and the air filled with the scent of blooming jasmine, the cousins set out to explore the old manor. As they approached, the building seemed even more imposing up close. Tall, ornate iron gates were half buried in vines, and the once grand front steps were cracked and uneven. The mansion's windows were dark and dusty, their glass panes cobwebbed and broken. "Looks like a perfect place for a ghost story," Ethan joked, though he couldn't hide the thrill in his voice. Sophia pushed open the creaky gates, and the trio stepped into the overgrown garden. They navigated through the tangled underbrush, making their way to the grand entrance. Ethan, ever the leader, pulled on the heavy brass handle, and the door groaned open with surprising ease. The inside was shrouded in darkness, with only slivers of sunlight cutting through the grime-covered windows. Dust motes danced in the beams of light, and the air was thick with the musty smell of neglect. The cousins carefully stepped inside, their footsteps echoing through the empty hall. The grand foyer was adorned with faded tapestries and cracked marble floors. Ornate chandeliers hung from the ceiling, their crystals dulled by age. In the dim light, they noticed a door slightly ajar to the side. "Should we check it out?" Lily asked, her eyes wide with curiosity. "Definitely," Sophia agreed. "Let's see what's in there." The door led to a narrow staircase spiraling downward. The cousins descended carefully, the wooden steps creaking under their weight. At the bottom, they found themselves in a large, dimly lit room. Their jaws dropped in amazement. "Look at this!" Ethan exclaimed. The room was a library of sorts, with tall bookshelves lining the walls. Dust-covered volumes were stacked high, their spines lined with intricate gold lettering. A large wooden desk sat in the center, and old leather armchairs flanked it. The room was filled with an overwhelming sense of history and forgotten knowledge. "This is incredible," Sophia breathed. "It's like a hidden treasure." As they explored further, they discovered a note on the desk. The paper was yellowed with age, and the ink was faded but still legible. It read, "To whomever finds this, this library was once the heart of our community, a place of learning and wonder. Time has not been kind to it, and I fear it may soon be lost to dust and decay. If you are reading this, know that it was my hope to preserve the knowledge within these walls for future generations. May you find it worthy of your efforts. With hope, Eleanor Blackwood." Sophia's eyes sparkled with determination. "We need to restore this place. It's too important to let it fall into ruin." Ethan and Lily agreed wholeheartedly. They spent the next few days cleaning and cataloging the books. The task was daunting, but the excitement of discovering old manuscripts and rare volumes made it worth every effort. They also reached out to their grandmother and the village's elder council for help. Margaret, though initially skeptical, was soon won over by her grandchildren's enthusiasm. The news of the hidden library quickly spread through Havenwood, and the villagers were intrigued. They began to see the old manor in a new light. A village meeting was called, and the Turner cousins presented their discovery. The villagers were amazed and touched by the idea of revitalizing the library. An inauguration ceremony was planned, and the entire village came together to celebrate the reopening of the library. On the day of the inauguration, the once dusty library was transformed into a vibrant, welcoming space. Banners and flowers adorned the shelves, and a large ribbon was stretched across the entrance. The mayor, along with the Turner cousins, cut the ribbon, and the library was officially reopened. Children and adults alike flocked to the library, eager to explore its treasures. Sophia helped organize reading programs for the younger kids, while Ethan set up a section for local history and research. Lily used her artistic skills to create murals and decorations, bringing color and life to the library's interior. The library quickly became a cornerstone of the community. It hosted workshops, book clubs, and even a small museum dedicated to the village's history. The villagers, once fearful of the old manor, now embraced it as a symbol of their heritage and hope. The Turner cousins' summer vacation turned into something far more meaningful than they had anticipated. They had uncovered a hidden gem and breathed new life into it, creating a legacy that would benefit the village for generations to come. As the summer drew to a close, the cousins sat together in the library, surrounded by the warm glow of lanterns and the soft rustle of pages. "This was the best summer ever," Ethan said, smiling. "Absolutely," Sophia agreed. "We turned a forgotten place into something wonderful." "And we made a difference," Lily added, her eyes shining with pride. Margaret, who had been watching from a distance, joined them with a contented smile. "You've done something truly remarkable. I'm so proud of you all." The Turner cousins looked around at the bustling library, filled with the laughter and chatter of their fellow villagers. They knew they had uncovered more than just a hidden library. They had revived a piece of their community's soul. And so, the secret library of Havenwood became a testament to the power of curiosity, teamwork, and the belief that even the most forgotten places can hold the promise of something extraordinary.